Shalom, shalom, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back to read. There we go. Welcome back to Reading with Shilo, man. We here with the next edition on this Sunday morning of the things your parents should have told you. Things your parents should have told you. And we're on section 3, education. Education, which is a big thing. What should they have told us about our education? So that's what we're here to find out. I hope all y'all are well rested, from the Sabbath and ready to get into the next reading. So get your pen and papers, take notes. Let me know. Hit the comments. Let me know some interesting things you might have heard as we read. Let me, key in on some key points as we read. And we'll see what we can learn and grow from. And try to not make the same mistakes our parents made with us. Not make the same mistakes in a lot of areas. But, yeah. Copyrighted in 1998. The Things Your Parents Should Have Told You by Shaharazad Ali. Doctor, sister. Shaharazad Ali. And so far, so good. So far, so good. There's definitely a lot of stuff that our parents should have told us. Definitely a lot of stuff. Let me see how far we're going to go. I think we're going to read from page 52, which is education, down to how to keep the police from killing you, which is page 77. I guess that'll be the next section after this. But we'll start with education. Education, 72. Let me go to 72. My bad, bear with me before we get started. 77. We'll see how this goes. All right, let's get started. Education. Education. With the things your parents should have told you by Shaharazad Ali. Waiting for Facebook. Just waiting for Facebook. And then we'll get started. While I'm waiting. There we go. We back at it. Let's get started. Education. The things your parents should have told you by Shaharazad Ali. We're going to read Education, section 3. First of all, let's agree that the public education system, for the most part, has failed. Most of you don't like school, and most of us didn't like school. But we are forced to go under a different kind of pressure. So we did not have the opening to stay out of school whenever we got ready like you do. Our parents succeeded in teaching us manners and how to be respectful to the adults. So we did not talk back to the teacher, curse at them, or hit them back like some of you do. The fact that you disrespect your teachers is partly our fault. We failed to pass on the culture of good manners to you that our parents had taught us. One thing we had in our favor was that not only did we respect our teachers, everybody. One thing that we had in our favor was that not only did we respect our teachers, everybody else around us respected theirs too. That's for damn sure. You have seen children disrespect adults practically all of your life, in television and in movies. So absent of the proper home training and manners from us, you absorbed and learned from the examples you were exposed to. So you started to act out what you saw. We should have not let that happen because now we are ashamed and embarrassed because you curse loud in the streets, curse at us, and don't care who's present. You have a filthy mouth. Sometimes you use curse words as a normal part of your vocabulary. The sad thing is that you don't do this to be disrespectful. You just don't know any better because we didn't teach you any better. So we are forced to accept your foul mouth every day while we suffer the regret and shame of not teaching you to use respectful language. This also goes for your rap music. True, your music represents you and your ideas. You are not going to do all of the things you rap about, but this strong talk makes you feel emotionally powerful. You curse and talk lewd in your music because that's how you talk in everyday life. You don't mean any real harm by it. This is music you designed for your generation to listen to, and it is absolutely yours because we couldn't understand it. But we do doubt if 20 years from now, the radio stations will be playing rap as part of their oldies but goodies. But the parents of every generation feels that this is about their children's music. Feels this way about their children's music. Our parents felt that way about ours. Your cursing is not a form of rebellion or short stage in which you conform your adulthood. Your cursing is how you know how to talk. So you believe that saying yes, ma'am, and yes, sir to adults and elders is old fashioned, out of style. So is thank you and excuse me, according to how you act. When other races see and hear you cursing on the streets, they don't condemn you as much as they condemn us because it is evident that you did not receive any home training. It's evident that you did not receive any home training. Your home training was supposed to be provided at home by us. Your home training was supposed to be provided at home by us. Oh, yeah. But so many parents, they use that excuse of work. We got to work so much to give you all this shit, and they don't have time to give you the home training. But it wasn't. So today, the males and the females curse loud and long anywhere. We have done you so much injustice and allowed you to become like little wild savages, and you think you are perfectly normal. Sadder still is that many of you now have small children and you're of your own and are not teaching them any manners. Hell no. And they are going to be a thorn in your heart like you are in ours. They're going to be even worse, even worse, even worse. The school education we subjected you to became almost useless by the time you got to high school. You see no point in enduring the boredom of 5 or 6 hours in a closed building, going from room to room, trying to learn information that is far removed from your everyday life. Since you had given little consideration to what you will do in the future, few of the subjects interest you. It's hard to relate to lies and the distortion of your past. Marcus Garvey, a great Black man of your past who came up with the Back to Africa movement, said, education is the medium by which a people are prepared for the creation of their own particular civilization and the advancement and glory of their own race. This means that the knowledge you have from getting an education will be the information you use to create and maintain a community and a world that is comfortable and safe. Based on that interpretation, we think that you all are in trouble and empty of any intellectual morality. The major purpose of education is preparation to be self-reliant. The major purpose of education is the preparation to be self-reliant. My next question off of that is, what is needed to be self-reliant? What is needed to be self-reliant? Let me put a question. What is needed to be self-reliant? That is a question. I have different opinions on that, but that is a question to think about. And then once you figure that out, that's something you should start teaching your children. That's something you might have to start reteaching yourself. They say you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but shit, all it takes is time and patience. You can learn anything. Time and patience. You can learn anything. Unfortunately, since all we taught you was the major importance of getting a job working for some big white-owned business, which you are primarily unqualified to apply for, you see no immediate need to try to do well in learning. The job market available to the average one of you after you quit school or graduate out of high school is limited to entry-level minimum wage. Minimum wage is about $5 an hour. And on this level, your salary rises at an approximate rate of 15 cents to about 40 cents an hour in small increments yearly called raises. With a net worth value of about $150 a week. That ain't shit. You know that considering the current price of clothes and entertainment, plus rent, car note, etc., that $150 a week is just not enough. You need a great deal more to support your habit, your dressing, plus pay your regularity, due to so many Black college graduates being devastated by the fact that you can't find work commensurate with your degree. Commensurate. You are forced to take a minimum wage job or go back to grad school just to have something to do, or get involved with some form of vice to make money, or just stay at home and live with your parents or relatives. The historically Black colleges have lowered the requirements more and more in order to maintain a level of enrollment that justifies them being open and getting government funds. Additionally, the standards for attendance and requirements for certain types of behavior and classwork has also dropped for the same reasons mentioned above. You are just pawns to keep the wheels turning. You are just pawns to keep the wheels turning. There is little concern about giving you skills which are useless. There is little concern about giving you skills which are useless and awarding you degrees we know won't have much value in the white workforce. This is so unfair to you. We failed to prepare a workplace for you, and we are ill prepared ourselves to find a job after a certain age. We failed. We failed. Yes, we did, and yes, they did. We failed to prepare a workplace for you. And we are ill-equipped ourselves to find a job after a certain age. I wonder what that age is. I wonder what the age is. Now we are all at the mercy of white-owned businesses to try to provide us with a job so we can survive. We should have done this differently so that you would have something to look forward to that was real and dependable for your future survival. Man. Oddly enough, when some of you go to prison, you decide to pursue reading, your GED or a college education. I think that's why I've been reading so much. I feel like I'm in prison. I feel like I'm in jail or like I'm on a tour. I'm in Iraq again. So I picked up the reading. But hey, better late than never. Better late than never. That's the only way we can learn and grow. Read. This is done for 3 reasons. The first reason being you are bored. And there's little less to do to keep your head together. You are bored. The first reason is that you are bored. And there is little else to do to keep your head together. But the second most important reason is that for some of you, it's the first time you calm down long enough without any outside distractions to focus on reading books and trying to learn something. Thirdly, some prison systems require you to take various courses aimed at rehab. Surprisingly, many of you find out that you like reading and you like learning. It's a shame you have to be separated from the rest of us before you investigate the enjoyment and knowledge found in reading. It is a shame. Ooh, it is a shame. You have to be separated. It's a shame you have to be separated from the rest of us before you investigate the enjoyment and knowledge found in reading. It is a shame. But that's one thing that this damn this make-believe timeout that they got us on here. The Lord put us on this timeout. Oh, Lord. It's a shame that it took this time out to slow me down enough, like she said, for me to investigate the enjoyment and knowledge found in reading. But if you do have it, take advantage of it. Take advantage of that time. We do not pave a way for you and have left you at the mercy of the same people who showed no mercy to us. So it should be no surprise to us that even if you get to college, you need remedial classes in English, reading, and math. The basic skills test continues to show that your basic skills are lacking in the categories for college entrance. While a degree used to practically guarantee a ticket into the middle class good life, all of that has changed. The only employment safety net you have is to be self-sufficient. The only employment safety net that you have is to be self-sufficient. The only employment safety net you have is to be self-sufficient. What do you know how to do on your own? And do something for yourself. You will have to make your own job. You will have to make your own job. Selling drugs is not the only job available to you. And selling your body is not the only job available to you. Selling drugs is not the only job available to you. And selling your body, women, is not the only job available to you. Neither is robbing and killing. Hell, you had to highlight this whole part. California just passed black, deprived, and slightly unprepared. Admissions for the fall are already showing a decline in applications from African Americans who are not qualified to enter without special considerations. Prop 209 is an experimental idea which is going to catch on and become law all over this country. Prop 209. I wonder if it's still in effect. Prop 209. Let me put a question mark by that. Prop 209. Do it in red. Question mark. Prop 209. I want to know what that's about. This is one of the first major steps in eliminating the government program we forced called affirmative action. A brief explanation of affirmative action is a government program allegedly designed to, number one, stop discrimination in hiring and on the job. Number two, make up for past discriminations in hiring. This was supposed to be some kind of special consideration plan to be given to victims who have been discriminated against on the basis of religion, national origin, sex, age, and disability. This got interpreted by businesses to mean that if they wanted to continue to get government contracts or government funds or special tax breaks, then they had to hire or accept a certain number of minorities. This formerly looked like a good idea to us because we thought it would guarantee us some jobs and entrance into colleges or promotions. We assumed it would be special preference for us in particular. Man. Who's that? Man or DJ? Come here. Hey, can you go get me a bottle of water, please? Come here, man. Let me check you. Turn around. All right. Go get me a bottle of water, son. Thank you. Go get me a bottle of water. Give me a bottle of water, Mama. I need a bottle of water. My throat parched. I'm parched. I'm parched. This formerly looked like a good idea to us because we thought it would guarantee us some jobs and entrances into colleges or promotions. Thank you very much. Boom! Thank you, DJ. Thank you. You need a pull-up? Well, go get you one and get the wipes. Go get a pull-up and get the wipes. This formerly looked like a good idea to us because we thought it would guarantee us some jobs or entrance into college or promotions. We assumed it would be special preference for us in particular. Well, as it turned out, businesses had certain quotas they were suggested to maintain in hiring of these so-called minorities, such as blacks or women. As usual, this boomeranged on us, and it turned out that white women benefited the most according to statistics. This process was supposed to level the playing field so that all of us could be considered as long as we were qualified. But it hasn't turned out that way, and white men complained about not getting jobs which were instead given to blacks on the affirmative action plan. And white college students rebelled at being rejected for top college admissions due to being declined to allow an African American to enter. It got to be defined as a preference process for blacks to get ahead, and it created resentment among some white co-employees who believed blacks were only hired because the government required it legally. Go get the wipes. Go get the wipes, son. They're in the bathroom. Go get the wipes. Go get the wipes. I can change you. Come on, my boy. Hurry up. Run. Go get the wipes. The ending of affirmative action is going to affect us on every level of education. Ending. I wonder when that will be. The ending.
I got the wipes.
You got the wipes for Daddy?
I got the wipes.
All right, hold on. Daddy gonna change you right quick. Let me read this again, and Daddy gonna change you. Good job. Take your shoes off. Take them shoes off. The ending of affirmative action is going to affect us on every level of education, housing, and employment. Give me just a second. Let me change my son. But think on that. Think on what you're going to do if affirmative action ends. Do you have something available for yourself? Can you make your own funds? Can you employ yourself or employ others for that matter? Just one second. Ooh, we gotta change that butt. Where you supposed to pee?
In the body?
Where you supposed to poop?
In the body?
That's right, in the potty, not on yourself, not in the drawers, man. You supposed to come tell Daddy, I got a potty. Daddy, I got a pee. Daddy, I got a poop. DJ, go finish eating cereal, son. Go finish eating your cereal. Here, go put that in the tub so I can wash it. Thank you. All right, let's get back to it. What will you do? The ending of affirmative action is going to affect us on every level of education, housing, and employment. Housing and employment. Opponents of this system say that we should all be considered as equal and get a job or admission to a college solely based on your own merit qualifications. Most of our Black politicians or corporate executives benefited somewhere in their work history from affirmative action. Well, that's over now. And they are not going to be giving you any special consideration because you are Black and have to endure racism. Oh, poor you. There will be few. Jobs have shrunk in white companies too. You're not wanted. They don't as a partner. They don't want you. You are not wanted by them for their top positions in their companies. Why don't you get the top positions in your own company? Why don't we do that? But I know why. Because these were the things that our parents didn't teach us. This is the stuff that they didn't make us ready for. Which is why we have to correct that mistake and do better for our own children. We have to show them the examples. It's never too late to start. We can do it. Some of you will think that affirmative action was or is a good idea, but it doesn't matter what you think about it. It's on the way out legally, and there is nothing we can do about it but kick up a fuss. Some parents will continue to beg them for special considerations and set asides, but it's coming to an end. Unfair but true. It is coming to an end. Unfair but true. You need your own schools. You need your own schools. Homeschools. Teaching your children at home are becoming more and more popular due to the games, fights, drugs, guns, and hostile atmosphere of the public school system. Concerned Black parents are opting to teach their children at home, like you. You need some pants. You need some pants. You need to go get some pants. Go get some pants out that basket in the kitchen. Yes, sir. Go get some pants. Concerned Black parents are opting to teach their children at home or start independent private schools in their home or neighborhoods. Concerned Black parents are opting to teach their children at home or start independent private schools in their homes or neighborhoods. We thought that it would never be necessary to start our own school system. We took it for granted that as long as you attended school every day, actually went into that building, that you would automatically get some kind of useful education. We were wrong. Yes, you were. We were wrong. Unless you are blessed to send your child to a good Afrocentric, independently run school, all four camps, and women can do the same for little girls. It's best to keep the boys and girls separated. It is best to keep the boys and girls separated. Many people don't think so. Where is it? Where is it? It is best to keep the boys and girls separated. We should have kept you separated, especially in your early school years. The benefits of a Black-owned school or homeschool. Number one, focus on basic academics, reading, writing, and arithmetic. Reading, writing, and arithmetic. You can spend as much time as necessary on each subject so that the child understands. There are no illiterates in homeschooled children. And we can teach you about slavery and how our slave history affects who and how we are today. Number 2, low student to teacher ratio. You can provide one-on-one or one-on 2 or 3 methods of instruction to get their lessons. Number 3, superior curriculum. You can design more options to find the needs of your particular children. You can design more options to fit the needs of our particular children. And you are not locked into just using prescribed textbooks approved by the state or school district. You are not forced to teach your children information that is against your beliefs or standards. You decide the sequence of their learning and what type of tests to administer. Number 4, promotion of parental values. Ooh, that's a good one. Promotion of parental values. Since you will be directly in charge of their education from the crib, you will not have to worry about other people undermining your values or religious beliefs. That is a big one. That's a big one. DJ, come here, son. I need you to do me a favor. Can you help, Father? Can you help that out? All right. In that basket in the kitchen, get man a pair of pants, please. Bring them back to me. Get him a pair of pants, but bring it back to me. Go help your brother, man. Go help him look. Promotion. Promotion of parental values. Since you will be directly in charge of their education from the crib, you will not have to worry about other people undermining your values or religious beliefs. That's a big one for me. You can teach a foundation of knowledge that will benefit you and your child. Number 5, low cost. Homeschools can cost a fraction of the amount of attendance in government-funded schools. There are less extracurricular activities, no trendy wardrobe required, and the books and materials can be obtained or traded from various sources. No travel costs. Number 6, greater opportunity for life enrichment. You get to take more trips and can teach everywhere you go. You can make every outing a learning experience about the world around your child. You can take your children to stores and show them how whites trick us out of our money and how to avoid the traps they set. Number 7, flexible schedule. You are free to start and stop when you get ready, depending on your personal plans and convenience. You can alter morning school and or afternoon school. Ease of class time without rigidity is helpful. Ease of class time without rigidity is helpful. You will have control over which holidays you allow your children to celebrate and how they will be defined. Like Hanukkah, that's coming up. You can. Number 8, less peer pressure. Homeschool children are less susceptible. Homeschool children are less susceptible to harmful peer pressure to conform to current fads or fashions. You are not offered drugs or alcohol in your classroom, and they do not have to fear violent outbreaks from others. They develop greater self-esteem. I like that. Number 9, greater family unity. A homeschool is a complete family activity and strengthens family ties through the sharing of information and experiences. You can't see the pans? DJ got some pans? You don't see the pans? Okay, let me finish reading this part and I'm gonna come get the pans for you, all right? Greater family unity. A homeschool is a complete family activity and strengthens family ties through the sharing of information and experiences and various ways of teaching and learning. We know that you do not want your children to be like you. No, I want them better than you. But if you do not teach them while they are small, they will be worse and out of control. Number 10, protection from evil influences. Your children will not be, let me mark it. Number 10, protection from evil influences. Your child will not be exposed to the foul-mouthed language, sex talk, death education, gays, and other types of psychological manipulation designed to cripple Black children and ensure their failure. Go to the movies and see the following films and rent them from a video store or library. Let's see what she got. Roots, Sankofa, Rosewood, Amistad, Birth of a Nation, Eyes on the Prize series. And there's plenty more today. 12 Years a Slave, the other Birth of a Nation, the new Birth of a Nation. What's another one? What is another one, man? There's so many. Give us three. Give us three. All right. Almost there. Give me a second. Let me go get my boy some pants right quick. I'm going to run right there and run right back. Excuse me. Come on. Let me go grab the pants. Get out of my sofa. Put your pants on. It ain't funny. It's not funny. Take them shoes off. Come here. Come on. Take the shoe off. Take the other shoe off. All right. So you can have some pants on them legs, man. Make sure you're telling me. I need to know when you have to potty. All right?
All right.
After I'm done, we'll put the drawers back on, all right? Put the drawers back on. We're going to keep practicing. But you have to tell Daddy when it's time for you to potty. You have to let me know. Daddy, I got to go pee-pee on the potty. Daddy, I got to go poop on the potty.
All right.
All right? All right.
On the body, Daddy.
Uh-huh.
On the body.
Yes, sir. That's where you have to pee-pee, on the potty. Let me see. Roots. Go to the movies and see the following films, or rent them from a video store, or the library. Roots, Sankofa, Rosewood, Amistad, Birth of a Nation, Eyes on the Prize series. Get your friends together and watch these movies and discuss how you feel about them. These films will give you a quick cram course about your history. These films are not fantasy. They are real. This is what happened to our ancestors. This is your legacy and ours. A lot of people don't want their children to see these slave movies. They be trying to forget about that stuff, man. They be trying to forget about it. But hey, I'm one for let's watch it. Hey, let's watch it. Because I don't want that to happen again. If you don't want it to happen again, there's something you have to do. How many of us know what it is?
I don't know, Daddy.
You don't know.
You don't know, Daddy?
All right, well, we're going to find out.
You don't know?
Yes, sir. We didn't teach you about slavery because we thought it would make you feel like less of a person. And we were ashamed of it and wanted to forget it and erase erase it out of our history. We wanted you to feel equal with white people, but you're not. You're not equal. You're not equal. Love. You better. You was first. That's right. We in this thing. We first.
Daddy.
We chosen. We didn't teach you about slavery because we thought it would make you feel like less of a person. And we were ashamed of it and wanted to forget it and to erase it out of our history. We wanted you to feel equal with white people. So we gave you no history, nor did we tell you your place in history. We made the truth of our history in America unimportant and useless knowledge. We were wrong again. This lack of knowledge has crippled you and made you vulnerable to every trick out there. These films are recommended for historical study. You are not to view them and become hostile to or fight with white people. Do not use your energy for negative causes. Knowledge, Shh. That's right. Knowledge of your past is designed to make you stronger in your desire to reclaim your dignity and stop fighting and killing each other. I shouldn't have to tell you, be quiet. That's good. 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 Knowledge of your past is designed to make you stronger in your desire to reclaim your dignity and stop fighting and killing each other. You are valuable. You are valuable. You are valuable. Like pure gold. That needs to hide by the fire. This is why teaching your own children is important. All intelligent races around the world educate their own children. All intelligent races. Yeah, be quiet. Be quiet.
I want to go outside.
No, sir, we're not going outside yet.
I want to bring out some food, Daddy.
We're going to bring out some food. We're going to go outside after I'm done reading, all right? That's right. They do not leave it up to the other agencies. They do not leave it up to the other agencies. I'm thinking that you're learning about famous Black people of the past or Black first would be sufficient for you to understand who you are and strive ahead. This section is not to imply that all of your teachers are bad, because there are many great educators who genuinely want to teach you, but you are running them out of the classroom for fear of their life. You need your own schools, and starting one at home is a good place to begin. These are jobs for males and females. Bless you, my boy. The reasons listed above are just a few of the benefits from teaching and learning at home or in a privately run school setting. You can start your own school with your children and a few others. You do not need 15 or 30 students to start a school. If you recognize the need to create a better educational system than the one that miseducated you. Use the internet to research your ideas. Don't just use the internet to look up kinky stores or porn videos. Computer technology is being used to phase you out of the workplace. If you don't know how to operate one, is just another reason not to hire you. Some places require you to fill out the job application online. To do this, you must be able to spell and write your work history clearly so your potential employer can read it. There is no job where all of you have to do is text your application. No employer will be impressed with how well you know how to operate your smartphone. Unbeknown to most of us, there is a homeschool organization in every state. Check your local library. Visit other homeschools or independent schools. You don't need a college degree to open a school, but you do need the knowledge of how to run one. This can be a business within itself where you can charge tuition. This can be a business within itself where you can charge tuition. Take your daycare and babysitting ideas to another level. Start practicing teaching little children on every opportunity you get. We did not teach you in the right environment, and we want to make it up to you by admitting that the present school system is designed to destroy your dreams and potential. We did not teach you in the right environment, and we want to make it up to you by admitting that the present school system is designed to destroy your dreams and your potential. That's why he didn't teach you. That's why Daddy got to teach you.
How did you, Daddy?
That's right. I got to teach you. That's correct. College is not necessary to be successful. This is a proven fact. Let's read it again. College is not necessary to be successful. This is a proven fact. I repeat, you do not have to go to college to be financially successful or smart. Make no mistake about it. If you want to become a doctor, lawyer, architect, electrician, or engineer of any kind, then obviously you will have to attend college and get some kind of degree to qualify for science or technology positions. Move. Move. Not you. You're good. It's your brother. But college for African Americans has become somewhat overrated. And as mentioned, it takes a great deal more than a college diploma to survive in America. However, it is imperative that you be able to read, count, and spell. It is imperative that you be able to read, count, and spell. Move, go back around, go back around. Move, go back around. Get from behind me. Get from behind me. Get off the weights before you hurt yourself. There are all kinds of jobs related to the professional positions I listed at the beginning of this paragraph. But there are many positions related to every professional job which you can get training for in a relatively short duration of time. There are also many home study courses. Like why you, baby? YouTube University. Or you could just pick up a book and start practicing and learning it on your own. You could pick up a book, any book. Let's see, what's a book? Let's see what a book we got that we can start, that we gonna learn from.
I don't know, Daddy.
You don't know? All right, we're gonna find one right quick. I got it right here.
I don't know, Daddy.
I got one right here.
I don't know, Daddy.
We got one. We got one right here. Here's a book. This is a book I had when I was in school for carpentry. So, carpentry, 6th edition. Leave it alone. Now, this is just one book. I have my carpentry books. I have my welding books. Whatever I went to school for. Yeah. Go see if Uncle Petey outside. Hurry up. Go see if Uncle Petey outside. Petey. It was good. Nothing. I'm reading on live right now. We at the house though. All right, that's what the business is. Come on. Wow. He coming. Uncle Peter on his way. And Paul coming. All right. So you can get any of these books from your a lot of times you can find books like hey, calm down. Calm down. This is a carpentry book. You can get these books and go through them yourself at home. When you have your free time, go through the books yourself and maybe try to practice, or maybe try to just try to do some of the things that's in the books. You could try to even teach them to your children. This definitely is one that.
Yeah.
No. This definitely is one that can be taught to my children, and I will teach them. Since they see me building stuff, all the time. So that way, it'll be easier for me to teach them the courses and relearn whatever I might not remember. Where? That is a lift. That is a lift. They're building a house. That's another lift. That's another lift. But before, here, y'all can take it over there and look at it. All right? Take it over there and look at it. We'll sit over there and look. No, sir. You look with your brother. Look with your brother. Look with your brother. There are so many home study courses. You can get your college degree from home, television, or the internet these days. All of this can be done at night or on the weekend, even if it takes 5 to 10 years. Pick up them pillows. If you start one day, you will finish. If you start one day, you will finish. Practically any kind of training can be gotten on your own through research, reading, and study of the particular field you are interested in. You can go and study anything you want to and learn all about it on your own. On your own. That is key. You have to have the drive of yourself to learn it on your own. And then go and apply for a position in that field and be recognized as qualified if you can pass the examination. There are many jobs you can make for yourself which do not require college certification or a license. Let's see what they are. A few examples of jobs started at home that can grow into a full-time business is sell black books, children's books, sponsor trips for children, pet grooming, children party planner, teach a craft class, car washing and polishing, home hair dressing and manicure services, apartment cleaning, home daycare, photographer, home typing. I don't know about that one right now, but maybe it might be something. Tutoring, baking, selling dinners, adult party or wedding entertainer, painting, sewing, growing small pets to sell. A lot of people do that one with them dogs. Services to or for the elderly, wake-up service, exercise class, lawn work, laundry service, flea market, bicycle repair. I don't know about that one right now, but prepare income tax forms. All of these jobs can be started at a very basic low cost or for no cost at all. There's no magic in it, so remember that all businesses start out slow and require a lot of attention, like a baby. Yeah, hey, do not tear my pages. Fix that page. Turn it back. Turn it back. And then turn. Do not tear my pages. Do not rip the pages. Because we need to learn the information that's on the pages. And if you rip them, we're going to have to do some surgery. We're going to have to do some type of first aid on that book.
What, Daddy?
Mm-hmm. That is a nail gun.
Nail gun?
Yes, sir, a nail gun. Go get you some water. I'll give you some.
It's right there. It's right there. It's right there, Daddy.
There is no magic.
It's right there.
Where's Daddy? There's no magic in it. So remember that all businesses start out slow. All businesses start out slow and require a lot of attention. But after you get your first few customers and see how useful you can be and make money, your energy and interest will increase. Remember this, All business people like to talk to other business people. They call it networking. You will again be surprised at how many people are willing to discuss a business idea with you. So do it. You must start to be self-motivating and stop waiting on other. Oh man, you must start. It's that you learn something to support yourself. You must start to be self-motivated and stop waiting on someone else to suggest or insist, say, excuse me. There you go. Insist that you learn something to support yourself. Look around you. Look at magazines. Read books until you come across something you like or you would like to do. Go to any public library or libraries on campus or in a hospital and search for and read up on everything you can find about the topic that interests you. Start a notebook or file on the subject. You have free access to enter any of these institutions to ready or copy information. Then go and visit the place where people do this kind of work. Talk to them and make a contact impression and explain your reason for being there. Many times someone will take an interest in you and refer you to someone else who can help you or who can help you. Do this in several places until you get what you want. Do this in several places till you get what you want.
Where, Daddy?
It may not be a job at first, but the rule is that whatever you learn the most about qualifies you to be a specialist in that field. Do remember that you must talk nice. Do remember that you must talk nice. You can't go anywhere acting ignorant and expect to be successful. This is a fact. One good thing about specializing in something is that you can take your skills and go anywhere on the planet and offer your services for hire. Man, I'm not, that's too, hey, I want you to highlight the whole thing. One good thing about your specialization in something is that you can take your skills and go anywhere on the planet and offer your services for hire. As a specialist, in other words, pick out something and learn all about it, not just what is required. This will give you a conversation, a rap, and will place you all around others who share the same interests, new associates, and make you feel good about yourself for knowing something. Part of your frustration is that you don't know anything, and you know that you don't know anything. So it makes you frustrated and hostile. You don't know anything because you assume that to learn something, you have to enroll in a school somewhere, go every day and get graded. But everything taught in college can be independently learned on your own. You just have to be disciplined about giving your topics every day. In other words, you have to take responsibility by developing an ability to respond to your needs. Job ideas you can select from: career programs, personal computer specialists, computer-assisted bookkeeping, desktop publishing and design, PC fundamentals, PC repair, A+ certified test prep, high school, gathering, catering or gourmet cooking, home health aid. It's a lot of others, man. She got a whole list of stuff. When I'm not gonna go through all that list right now. I'm trying to get down a couple more pages right quick before my people get here. You can go see Papa. Papa coming. Never feel that just because you can't go to formal college that you can't learn. You are the best and you can learn anything. Thank you. You are the best and you can learn anything. Ooh, boy, you almost bust your head on that table. Excuse me, watch back. Yes, America is a country of self-made millionaires. People who come up with good ideas and make it and sell it. or people just like you who open stores or restaurants, daycare centers or nursing homes or manufacturing companies or corporate firms. The most successful businesses are often those that started from nothing. The majority of African Americans who become successful in business outside of the major sciences do it on their own through study, preparation, and dedication. You do not have to be victimized by a lot of error, any need or excuse for you to be dumb. There is no need or excuse for you to be dumb. You can get most information on video or cassette tape. Just because you do not do well in school does not mean that you are dumb or slow. Some learn better in an unconventional setting and by using different tools than the ones they force on you in public school. People who go to college are no better than you are. People who go to college are no better than you are. They just have more information or knowledge than you have. Do not feel that you are less because you are not in college because you can learn anything you choose by doing independent study. Go for it. It feels good to learn on your own. The more knowledge you get about a certain thing, the less you want to be around peers who ain't about nothing. The more knowledge you get about a certain thing, the less you want to be around peers who ain't about nothing. Remember, as it stands now, almost the sole purpose of the Black person going to college is so that when you get out, you can get a good job working for a big white-owned company. There are a few of you who have created a good base for yourselves in the computer field, and you are poised to go into business for yourself. Find your spot. It's waiting for you. Go for it. We are past the point of needing to convince you to go into business and be self-employed. We now need to establish businesses so you can hire other Blacks who are out of work with no prospect of finding a job. We need you to be the job makers, bosses, HNICs. You are in a good position to do this because the government is currently primed to give you a little assistance to help you do something for yourself so they won't have to care for you forever. This is not to say that you should avoid asking white-owned businesses for a job. I'm just saying that there's not enough to go around, so there needs to be a plan B. You do not have to have college education to start a business and to get a business license or a loan from a bank or the government. Do not let a lack of money stop you from learning. Trade schools, that's my number one thing. Trade schools are a good choice because you learn a trade, a specialty. You can, if you have to, use those skills to do jobs for other people and earn money. This is one of the ways people open businesses. You start out doing small jobs for people, and as your customer list grows, you have the potential to go into business on your own. Many of you do hair or braiding and have several customers come to your house. Well, this is how a business can get started. But remember that no matter what business you decide to learn about, you must be able to read, count, and spell. Yeah, this is gonna be my stopping point after this last page. Don't be ashamed if you can't read, count, or spell. You already have a great memory and the ability to understand the language. You know this because you chant the words to several rap records at will. You know sports stats and the makes and models of popular cars. You are able to tell a real verse from the fake one. You keep up with every new movie that comes out and can recognize the brand name of a sneaker on sight. You know the rules of playing sports. You know how to gamble. You learn the latest dances easily and know how to play cards. You know how to match up colors of clothes, order food from a menu, and step in sequence. You can use all of these talents in learning other subjects or to prepare for a job. You are already creative and you have youth. Google the National Directory of African American Organizations and select a couple you would like to join. This is a good way to stay involved in our struggle. Our issues are nationwide, and these groups are informative. There are all kinds of Black organizations allegedly established to help Black humanity. Many of them say that they are concerned about you. Give them a call and benefit from their services. Contact them and tell them you want to change your life and ask them for help. Advance or referral or advice, advice. Ask them for help, advice, or referral to someone in your area who can work with you. These organizations are the ones who are partly responsible for your lack of knowledge because they have not tried to tell you the truth either. Man, I really want to keep going, but I know once my people get here, I'm gonna have to stop, and they should almost be here. So, hey, that's it for section 1. Education, man. That was good. That was really well, really good, really good. A lot of good things in education, man. A lot of good things to take, to learn and grow from, to implement in your own life. In the things that your parents should have told you by Shaharazad Ali, Miss Shaharazad Ali, Sister Shaharazad Ali, Dr. Shaharazad Ali. You need to think on these things, man. Think on this thing hard. Take a deep dive in it. Think on them hard, man. Make the corrections, make the changes, and don't make the same mistakes with your children. Be the change maker. Be the HNIC. Be the boss. Be the teacher, be the nurturer, be the guider, be the leader, be all of that you are destined to be, that you're supposed to be anyway. But our parents didn't teach us how to do those things. So we have to take it into our own responsibility and our own capabilities to do those things, because you are capable of it. You have the ability to do that. Yes, sir. I'm done reading. We done for right now. So until next time, we'll come back later on today with the next, finish off that one and go to the next section. Yes, sir, we're done reading. So thank y'all for sitting with reading. Hey, calm down. Thank y'all. And that's this edition with reading with Shilo. Shilo out. Shalom.
DJ out.
Yeah, DJ out, Daddy out, Shilo out, Man out. Shalom. Come on, let's go see Uncle Peter coming.